We have any early birds today. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina at the moment. Got a decent night's sleep. There's another passenger train next to us. I would imagine that we will be making several stops up the East Coast um, as people use trains to get to their jobs and things more in this area than back home. So I'm going to stream. I should have pretty good cell service for a while, so I am going to stream as much as I can today. As much as I can. But hey, nope, I slept pretty good, Jake. I tossed and turned a good bit, but I guess I slept as good as I do have been of late at home. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina now. We're making a stop. I don't know how long we'll be here. Hey, Hambone. Still got my little bed turned down. I made an attempt to see if I could figure out how to put that back in chair mode, but I couldn't figure it out. Hey, Roger Ivy. Good morning to you. My little bed. Had my water last night. Got my bags over there. I tell you what, sure is convenient having the ability to go number one during the night. Good morning, Roger. The trip been pretty good so far. I was laying here this morning, woke up, and pulled the curtain back and just kind of laid here, watched the countryside roll by, and I really just had a really hard thought in my mind that, man, I could do this. I could get used to this. So it has been a pleasant experience so far. I had hinted to Hunting Southwest Ohio that, maybe there's a train that goes to Cincinnati. It's about an hour from where he lives, and maybe making a trip up and doing some metal detecting or something with him in the spring. So, yeah, I was worried when I kind of started trying to get into bed and lay down and everything, because it's not very wide. Where I'm sitting right now, I guess I guess I got into bed on the wrong side. Now that I noticed it, because the other side is much wider, and I don't know. I wasn't terribly tired, but I see what I did wrong now. So look, here's a live as you learn moment, learn as you live moment. So you can see the width there is probably, I don't know. You can just kind of see this. I got a shoe here. This is my slipper. So there's one slipper, two slipper, and maybe an 8. 2 and an 8 slipper wide. This is the new Amtrak measurement method. If you are not familiar with that, I just coined that. So 2 and 8 slipper wide. And then if we change here, that was so dumb. Oh me, that was so crazy. So I'm going to turn around now. So this is the other end. There's one slipper, and then it's not even 2 slippers wide on that end. So that's where your feet go, just in case anybody's ever wondering in the future. Luckily, I got 2 more nights to have figured that out, so I feel kind of like a dummy now. I didn't even look at it. I don't know. I just felt like I wanted my head on that end, so that's what I did. Head on that end. So I was hoping to, I wish I was on the other side of the train because we could get the sunrise, because I believe I am on the west side, west facing side of the train. So nothing much to see right now, but just chit chat with whoever pops in as they get up to start their morning routine. But supper was pretty good. I had downloaded a video from Sleeper Dude, and so I watched it. The air is nice. It doesn't get too hot, so that was a thought of mine that I had when I first laid down, that it might not be cool enough, but it was cool enough. So that that is so funny. I just figured that out as I'm sitting here looking, and dummy me. I guess I didn't look at it last night. As he turned the bed down, I just got in it, and for some reason I felt like my head should be this way. So I don't guess it really matters as far as the train motion. That is one good thing about this type of little roomette, is that the bed is parallel with the train, and so the rocking motions and stuff of the train is not too bad. But there is a lot of that now. There is a lot of motion. But I've slept pretty good. And if I was to do that trip with to go see Rick, I may do coach, and I can go coach from Tuscaloosa to Cleveland or Cincinnati for like $150. So that is not bad. Oh, I can't see everybody. I have not seen Hannah yet. So good morning, JC. Oh, that's cool, Roger. Hey, Blockus. You had to work last night, right, Jacob? So I'm not sure, these bigger places, we generally spend a pretty good stop time. So I'm not sure how long we will be here before we move on. Oh, okay. All right. Well, go to bed. Get you some rest, son. You got to show me how to play that game when we get back. But breakfast, I should have did breakfast at 6, but I did it at 8 because I wasn't sure how the sleeping was going to go last night. I may ask the steward, Adventures with Maxwell. Good morning, my friend. I may ask the steward if we can move it up when he comes to set my bed and everything back. I don't know. All right, that'd be great, Jake. I don't really know what time is appropriate to push the call button for the steward, because I don't want to wake him up. I know 10 o'clock, I believe, is lights out kind of deal. So not bad, really. Maxwell, supper was pretty good. I ate in my room. I'm going to eat in the dining car, and I will bring you along for that today. Going to eat in the dining car for breakfast. Hopefully we will be able to get some good footage. I'll have to be kind of quiet, of course, in my talking. I don't want to disturb the other passengers. And as far as phone goes, we'll have that just out the window, so we don't have to worry about people being in the video or on the live stream that might not want to be there. So see, I got the top bunk down now. There's not much room. I'll show you my feet room when I get up. Feet room is just a barely one slipper, 1 1/3 slipper, 1 1/8 slipper wide. That's how much feet room you have there. So, but it's just enough to get up if you need to use the restroom. So that all worked really well. I've ended up with 2 plugs. All the videos that I watched said that you only had 1 plug, but I actually had 2, so I didn't need but the 1. But I could have brought my laptop and had a place to put it up. But I'm gonna watch how he puts this bed up so that I can maybe fix it myself. So we're on Eastern time now, and I've got one of those smart watches, and so my watch and my phone all reset to Eastern time when we crossed over into Georgia, and that threw me off. My bedtime at home is generally about 9 p.m., somewhere around there, and so I had to get to 10 to be at my bedtime, but it worked out all right. I adjusted. I'm easy that way. And we are just sitting in Charlotte right now. As I said, I don't know how long we'll be here. People will be getting on and off. Digging up dirt. Hey there, James. How are you? We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina, and we are stopped. So I'm sorry there's not much to really show you and share with you. Let me open this other curtain up. As I said earlier, I wish that I had been on the other side of the train, because I would have liked to have had the sunrise in my window. But there you can see the other train. I don't see anybody on it. But I'm sure we have people getting off and people getting on. So you can see my bed reflected in the window. I can hold it close here and get rid of that. So but I hope everybody's doing well today. Was hoping to catch the morning crowd before they went to work. I'm going to go back into my YouTube channel today and edit the title on some of these lives, so that maybe I can get people to watch the train ride episodes. Wow, now see, I'm going to Denver, and doggone, the weather in Denver is as warm as it's been in Alabama, so I'm not expecting a lot of, I didn't even bring a jacket. I did mean to, but I really didn't have room, and I forgot about it when I got ready to leave. But so I may have to get a little something in Denver. The night times, I think, has been in the 50s in Denver, so there may be need when I get there for a jacket in the evening. But, well, yep, you got to get going fishing. Early bird gets the worm. I can't fault you there. Surely can't fault you there. Have a good one, Roger. Be safe, and I hope you catch you a good mess of fish. I thought I might leave, and I may still do it, leave this top bunk down, but I'm not doing anything with it. I thought I was going to need to put my bags up, but got a couple of little storage nooks that I can put that, of course, in the other seat should I need. So I think I will have the seat adjusted. There's a coin show in Denver, Maxwell, and I'm also meeting a friend of mine named Netbean. I'm sure you've probably seen him on my stream and maybe Paul's stream. So he actually offered, said, man, you ought to come up and see us. And and I thought, hey, why not? And he said, I told him I would check flights, and he said, I always like to take the train. And I was thinking, well, I seem to have time on my hands, so let's try that. And try it we are. So hopefully we'll get moving again for long, and I can get some scenery. We should get the sun coming up for too much longer. I don't have there is another, let me turn this other light on. That would give me some more light on me. So there's buttons up here you can push to turn lights on. Oh wow, look at that. Full Walker Ugly. We have full Walker Ugly now. I'm trying to keep the horizontal format going. Yeah, that's what I'm finding out. I'm reading chat on my phone, so sometimes I have to move the phone a little closer to see the chat, so you can see me moving around a lot. But hopefully we will get moving again here before long. On Birmingham, we sat in Birmingham for a whole, almost an hour. And I think I timed going to bed pretty good because we got to Atlanta and I had them turn the bed down as we were getting closer. And so then we made a stop, of course, in Atlanta, and the train stayed still for a while. Hey, Johnny T. Sitting in Charlotte, North Carolina, Johnny T. I thought, got good cell service here, so it would be a good time to jump on. Yep, on a train. I'm taking a train from Tuscaloosa to Denver, Johnny T. We'll be going to a coin show in Denver with my good friend Netbean, and also Ron Moss chimed in. He lives in Denver. Yeah, it would seem so. I'm talking to NC prospectors and some of those. Most of the people that were so vastly impacted were in the mountainous region, so that would maybe be an opportunity to showcase some of that if we get moving and my cell reception stays good. I can do some filming as we go. Yep, there's another one brewing off the coast of Mexico and headed to Florida. I tell you what, I don't know. You live where you live, and you I guess you kind of that would be awesome, Johnny T. That would be fun. But I don't know. After repeated and weather and catastrophes that they see in Florida with these hurricanes, I think I would be moving on inland a little. Hey, I think I'm going to take a little break. I've got some equipment that I bought to use my phone and set it up so that I don't have to hold it the whole time. Uh, I'm not real sure. Excuse me. I'm not real sure the next stop, Johnny T. We got my destination is Washington D.C. Oh, cool, Maxwell. My next destination is Washington D.C. I have to change trains there. I need to check the status of this train to make sure we've been on time because I don't have but a couple of hours to make my other train. So this train was dead on time too. All the videos that I've watched about Amtrak is that it just the trains being late are a fact of life. So, but man, this one was pulled up soon after we got and it was kind of funny when we pulled up to the station. There was a train there, and it took off. And I'm thinking, I hope I didn't miss it, but I didn't. And yeah, is that not strange? You know, to get to Denver, you got to go north and then west from there. So, but yeah, I have to go, and that's the only way to go. Probably so. Yeah. I should have printed some stuff maybe so that I could see destinations better. What I could do, if my internet signal stays strong, I can tether my tablet to the phone, and I will be able to better look at where I'm at, and maybe I can show that with the phone and um, have a little more content or a way to show my progress. I'm on Life 360 with my daughter and Shelly or Shell Bell, and so they can kind of look and see where I'm at. But I guess Hannah Lee, so it's 5 o'clock here, so I guess it's 4 o'clock in at home. So she won't be up yet. But no, I feel pretty good. I don't feel like if I had done right with the bed, I probably would have slept much better. That is just unbelievable. Yep, yep, yep. I am on East Coast time, so. A sip of water. Okay, good. I don't have a schedule, Maxwell, so I will pop in and out. I'm going to try to do some maybe when I go to breakfast, and but um, I will have my little tripod set up there where I can put it on the table and we can have some views out the window. I'm not sure if that train moved or we started moving a little bit. That can be disconcerting. Yes, I had, what did I have? I got the menu right here, and I will show you what I had. I had, oops, got to change the camera. Give me just a second. So I had the beef paprikash, and it was beef, and it's a pasta dish. And I think for breakfast I chose the 3 cheese omelet. But the food on this train This train is a lot smaller, I think, than the bigger trains I will be getting on from Washington to Chicago and then out to Denver. I think the menu may be a little more varied there because I kept seeing a French toast with uh, caramelized bourbon caramelized apples that I thought looked really good. So, but I had the beef pepper cash and I had the Stone IPA. So, wasn't a big fan of the old IPA. Hey, Brad V, member for 1 month. That's awesome. Good morning. Good morning. I got to get my eyeballs on if I'm going to get it up close like this. So we are sitting in Charlotte, North Carolina, waiting on the train to start moving to the next destination. So there's a train there next to us. He ain't going nowhere either. So I've kind of not been doing the train view, but I was telling everybody I just really dumb old me. You know, uh, they have two on the menu. Excuse me. They have a Stone IPA and a Space Dust IPA. My daughter had some at home that were not bad. All right, brother. I'm thinking I may do a bourbon and Coke tonight with my supper. I get one alcoholic beverage with my dinner meal for free. So with this tight room, all your meals are complimentary. So I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I don't have to pay anything for that. So that is kind of nice, and it's not bad food either. I'm not very adventurous. I like what I like, but that was not bad. The chicken fettuccine Alfredo, also I could have probably gone there too, but I didn't. Buttered chicken did not sound good. I did not want a real heavy meal last night, and what I got was perfect. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I'm not a huge beer drinker, but like I said, the one Hannah had was not too bad in my opinion. She didn't like it. She tried it last night, but the one she had was not very good, according to her taste, I guess. And so I tried that one last night. I drank about 3/4 of it with my meal. It went okay with the meal. Okay, reconnecting. Sorry about that. I went back to okay, reconnecting. Sorry about that. I went back to my Discord channel to let my friends know there that yeah, well, that's a good place to have one there, Maxwell. Let them know I was live in case any of those getting up for their day might want to check in. I'm not a big drinker anymore. I used to really like the bourbon that Johnny T was talking about, but I don't know. I kind of lost my taste for it. It's not something I've got to have anymore. There for a good while, I had to have it. Every night I was drinking two or three, so I don't know. Kind of stepped away with it, especially in the last few years as Allison gotten sick, and I just felt like I needed to have my head on straight in case action was required, and so really haven't missed it that much, to be honest. But I think I'm going to wait till another hour, and then I'm going to get them to put my bed back right. Just wasn't sure how early was inappropriate to bother the steward to fix my room back. So I didn't watch any sports yesterday. I'm not sure how any of the NFL games did. I know SEC took a thumping last weekend, Saturday. This could be a lengthy stop because we're in one of the major stops on the line. So I'm going to mute for just a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I'm going to have the 3 cheese omelet for breakfast. Not sure what lunch will be, and then we will pull into Washington at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So, I didn't get on the train right at the. I didn't get on the train right at 3:14 as what was the arrival time. So, but if we're 3 o'clock at Washington, of course we lost an hour going into Georgia, so it's going to be pretty much a full 24-hour train ride to get to D.C. I wish I had a longer layover. If I ever do another long trip, because in my mind, I had thought that it would be cool to go, and me and Allison actually looked at it, but I really didn't have the time back then because of work. But we looked at train ride to Seattle, and then going on a cruise. I could still do that. I've been having some issues with seafood making me sick, and so I need to get tested for that because I have no interest in going on another Alaskan cruise if I can't eat king crab. So, and shrimp. I love shrimp. That's the main draw going to the beach for me is some fried shrimp or boiled shrimp, steamed shrimp, and gumbo and all that kind of stuff. But I can remember, I guess the last trip we made to the beach was with Allison's mom as she was struggling with dementia and mental decline. And I had gumbo at our favorite restaurant, Sea and Suds, there in Gulf Shores, if you've ever been down there. And as a matter of fact, my good friend Kevin, he's down there. He's down there now. I'm sure he's probably not up this early though. But I ate the shrimp and the gumbo and what have you, and then that evening I was sick. And then though 2 years ago we went to the Tulsa show, and afterward Paul was gracious enough to host us for a night or two, and he did a great big crab boil with sausage and corn and shrimp and snow crab.
and I ate all that with gusto, and it was really good. And so didn't have any issues. Drove home, and later in the summer, August, somewhere in August, me and Allison had a doctor's appointment for her, and we had the date wrong. And I said, well, while we're out, why don't we go and get something to eat? So we went to Red Lobster, and it had been, I couldn't remember the last time that Allison had crab, and I would guess, I dare to say it may have been the last cruise we went on, but so we got crab there, and it was good again. But I got home, and that evening, 3 or 4 or 5 hours later, I was sick, and I still didn't think anything of it because it had been, because I just had crab a couple months earlier, and then for the Super Bowl last year, I did crab again at home, and by halftime, I was sick again. So the evidence is mounting that I may have a seafood allergy of some sort that I need to get tested for, just so I know, because that is no fun. But yeah, I laid in the bed last night, and upon getting up this morning and being on with you guys, I, I, I lay here, and literally my shoulders, I'm not a big guy, and my shoulders were touching each side of my little area here. And then as I've sat here talking to you guys, I noticed that this is the end you put your feet. so so I slept on the end that I should have had my feet on, and it was kind of cramped, to be honest. But I figured it out. Live and learn. I'm not sure how long we will be here in Charlotte, but it may be a while. Sitting in this bed, there's not a good place to put your elbow except on the vent that the air comes from, and it's perforated with little holes, of course, and so it's not super comfortable. But I would be interested in, because the also in all of the videos that I watched, and I don't guess I really did any that caught any of people that were going this direction out of Tuscaloosa on the Crescent 20. Um, but I did not expect to have a bathroom in my cubicle, but I did, and I have to say that was nice. That was nice. I'm ready to get moving again. Give you another quick tour so you can see the width. Oops, sorry. The phone button's not being, so you can see the width at that end. And then I'm going to switch over a little. I hear bumping. I don't know if that's us or somebody else. And then if you go to this end, you can see how much, well, I can show you better. Let me do this. Here is the difference you can see this notch. So this is your foot end, and you've got another width of my hand if you had your head on the other end. So I learned a little something. I learned a little something. Hopefully we will get going here before long. We'll stream for another 20 minutes, and then I will see if I can get this room rearranged back to the seated position. Hannah helped me pack. We did a really good job. I've only got my backpack, my carry-on, and my snacks here. Of course, all of that will hopefully be gone by the time I am ready to fly home. I am flying home from Denver, but I tell you what, I have kind of enjoyed it. I was kind of worried about my stomach, with the motion and everything, but that's not been that bad. It didn't bother me last night at all, and I felt good this morning so far. So as we rode into Charlotte, I drank all that water and I didn't get my stomach medicine. I got to do that, and I'll get it. I'll get it when I get off here. I should have set it out last night when I had my medicine bag open, but I didn't. I did not. My daughter is in her teenage years. She liked her designer stuff, the buckle and all that kind of clothes, but so we went and met my son and his girlfriend for lunch before we got to the train yesterday, and it was really good. And so, but we had a lot of time left. I tell you what, we went to Cracker Barrel. Now, I love me some Cracker Barrel, but since the COVID, that place had kind of really went downhill. Service was slow and not very good. The food was not up to par with what I'm used to at Cracker Barrel. So, but it's been a long time, a year or so since we had been to one. So we loaded up and went to Cracker Barrel, and it was a transformation. Let me tell you, service was great. Had people come by the table 2 or 3 times to check and see if everything was up to snuff with us, and so glad to see that restaurant getting back to the good quality that I've always been used to there, because we will be back. I always enjoyed their breakfast, and I really enjoyed that meal, and enjoyed spending time with Hannah, Jacob, and Sarah Beth, my son's girlfriend. So that was great. But we are getting close to closing out here. About 15 more minutes, I think I will go away. I will come back once I get to breakfast this morning. I'm not sure if this train is kind of short, and so I don't know if they have an observation car, or I would go sit there till breakfast as the sun comes up. Matter of fact, I'll ask the attendant when he comes to pick my room back. And if so, I will come back on cell signal, depending, because the Wi-Fi on the trains is not like Starlink. So, and I can't understand that, to be honest. With that capability out there, you would have thought that Amtrak would have partnered up with them to provide a good Wi-Fi source for you, but they didn't. So, but they rely on the cell towers for their Wi-Fi, just like using your phone. So, but I did a little stream yesterday with showing some countryside and talking, and it did pretty well. And then coming, just out of Birmingham, but then I lost service. Actually, I'm not sure, the picture got real fuzzy, but when I stopped the stream, I still had 5G, full 5G on my phone. I don't know. I was tethered to my tablet using my data on my phone, and I don't know if that caused the issue or not. So, anywho, I'm ready to get this thing clickety-clacking back up the road here. We have been stopped for this whole stream, so we're at 46 minutes right now, so and we were stopped before I got started, so we've been probably stopped here a good hour. I'm sure they're taking on food and everything they need to get the trip going, so I never did see a review on. I may look at one right quick before I go to breakfast. They really don't advise you to have coffee on airplanes because of where the water comes from. And I don't know if trains, I know they have to have a portable water system. I don't know if that same advice holds true for having a cup of coffee with breakfast on the train or not. Luckily, I have Mountain Dew in my bag, because the one detractor for Amtrak is they don't do Pepsi products, so I can't get my Diet Mountain Dew on the train, but I brought some, so we should be good. Hey, NJ, I'm sorry I missed some text there. I don't know what I did. I'm sorry, I had things stop. Let me go back. So we had, Johnny T said, Walker, when you get to DC, can straighten out. No chance in that. I'm not a political animal. Yeah, priority's right. IPAs are a treat now. Johnny T, the longest stops are when they add or take off cars. Best to be in the bar car for that change, just say. Bubba Gump Shrimp. Yep. Mary Lee has an allergy for clams and mussels. So, yeah, I need to get checked. I had an appointment. And when I did that, not this last hurricane, but the one that came through New Orleans and up, we were on the east side, which is not the place to be for hurricanes. So, we got hammered. And all right, Johnny T. And I had a tree down that had power knocked out, so I missed my appointment. I actually thought, to be honest, it was on the next day. All right, Maxwell. So it was actually the day before, and I missed my appointment to get tested. So I did look online. There is such a thing as a home test for food allergies. You send some hair back for the test. Sorry I was not keeping up with Chad. It was not scrolling. But I'm good now. We're going to do just about 10 more minutes, and I'm going to shut it down and see if I can get my my room reconfigured back to the chairs. I don't guess we're adding cars. The train's not been moving and backing up and going forward and backing up as it's attaching more cars. That could be fixing to happen, so at 5 o'clock I'm going to try to get my room fixed back. I bet tonight's sleep will be even better. Hopefully being here on the East Coast, my cell reception will be better. For longer periods of time. I hear people moving about. I think part of it too, I don't like to ride backwards. Even like, going to the state fair and Disney and Six Flags and whatever. I could ride a roller coaster and stuff like that, but things that went round and around, nah, couldn't do none of that. And if it went backwards, it was double nah. So I feel like I feel better sitting at least. I don't think it'll make a difference sleeping, laying down, but in my mind, I like to be facing where I'm going. So I can see the tragedy as it comes. Are you fishing today, NJ? And if you are you saltwater fishing? I know you had a saltwater trip coming, and you have been killing them on saltwater, so I wish you good luck, my friend. All right, I'm going to end it here. I will be back later. Thank you, Early Bird, for dropping in, and I'll catch you later. Walker out.